You got the honor of becoming the 20th captain in Flyers history. Actually, it only been 19 guys, but Clark, you got it twice, so they say the 20th. Did you see that coming? Like, how was that all done?
No, I didn't see it coming. I mean, if Torch said at the beginning of the year we weren't going with any captain all year, and we went along with our business, and one day just showed up before practice and said it was time to kind of expand the leadership group, and got the honor of getting the captaincy, and TK getting an assistant.
Yep.
So yeah, it was obviously a cool moment. Definitely really honored, and to be a part of this historical organization and lead the way. It's definitely tremendous honor.
Looks good on you. Definitely.
No
definitely
heads
does.
up, like you show up at the rink and they're not even like come in the office. I want to.
No, it was like a team meeting.
No
there was
way,
a team
wow.
meeting that morning, and everyone was kind of stressed out what's going on. And,
Yeah, stressed out.
and then then he just kind of
Drop the bomb.
yeah. And then,
Beauty.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's great,
That's
man.
cool.
Congrats on that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's awesome. Looks, like I said, it looks good on you. And we kind of thought it would be you when they did finally name it. So, you got years left. So
Yeah, 6 more
Yeah,
years.
Yep,
6
captain
more. Yeah,
for-
right.
6 more, yeah.
Beautiful.
captain here for 6 more years. Riggs?
Well, I mean, I guess I guess the next question would be, I guess not too long after you land up getting scratched, and I know we talked a little bit before we hopped on here just about your individual play. You acknowledged that you might not have been performing at your highest level. Naturally things like that happen. Maybe you want to talk about that and maybe how it affected your psyche, but then also how you rebounded back and dealt with the adversity.
Yeah, it definitely hurt. It was a tough moment. Never really dealt with that, to be honest. Being scratched, and it was the first time in my career. But I guess it was the best thing to do, or Tort's decision to kind of sit me down. My play wasn't good at all. Offensively, defensively, giving up a lot of goals in the previous month and a half. So. It was time to maybe get a rest, or let some young guys kind of take over, and we got 3 out of 4 points that weekend, so it worked out well. So yeah, I mean, it was definitely frustrating, tough at the time. I knew my game wasn't where it should be, and I just had to keep working, and that's what I've been doing ever since. It didn't go much better afterwards, but that's how things go sometimes. Now I'm looking forward to a big summer of training and getting back to the shape I used to be and can be.
Well, it's funny because we talked about before the year, Coots, on the show how important it was to have you back, and it obviously, I know you wouldn't say it, but it made a huge difference with the hockey team, and we
right
acknowledged
from the start,
that right
right?
away. Like it was the best. It was like getting a free agent.
Yeah, right.
Coming in, because you missed a
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
I mean,
that's how it
that's
felt.
hard to fucking do.
Yeah.
And that's how it felt too. Honestly, for me, it almost felt like coming to a new team, because from a year and a half ago,
Right.
there wasn't many guys left that
That's right.
were in my last game
Yeah,
in December of 2022, 21,
Yeah.
So there was only like 5-6 guys I think still on the team. So it was almost like coming in, obviously I got to, know the guys last year and stuff, but it's never the same as when
Right.
you're traveling with the guys and getting a bond and be a part of, the grind and all that. So it almost felt like coming to a new team in some way, building some new chemistry with new teammates, new line mates. So yeah, it was definitely almost like a rookie year almost. You're
Right.
coming and especially with all the questions surrounding my back, if it would hold up and
Right.
stuff. So really glad that it did. My back really felt good all year, so that's great news. The rest of the body kind of took a little beating at
Sure.
times, but I think that's just a grind of a 82 game season,
That is a
and
grind.
that's something that I kind of maybe forgot almost from missing so much time, is the little nagging little injuries or
Yeah.
bobos that you kind of have to handle and deal with. Kind of caught up to me in the long run.
Yeah. Overall, were you happy with the way you bounced back after being off for so long? I mean, that's a long time to be off for, for people that don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like being off the ice for small amounts of time is
Well,
tough
yeah.
enough as it
I
is.
think my first half of the year, I'm pretty happy with the way it went. Second half, obviously, really disappointed. I know I can be better. So overall, I mean, is disappointing, I would say overall, just because of how things ended and missing the playoffs and stuff.
Right.
So, but health wise, I'm happy with the way I feel, the way
Good,
my body
good.
is responding, and looking forward to next year already. So.
Yeah. Nice. Would you think that's something to do with like conditioning, just being off for so long, and just like your body just like halfway through the season just not having enough juice, or
I don't
hard to
know.
tell?
Maybe a little bit of that, but I think it's just I think obviously my training had to adapt after 2 back surgeries, so
Yeah.
it's I think it's finding the balance of pushing it to the limit and being able to get back to that level of fitness and play that I can be at, and really just take care of my body, recover maybe a little better, and so that I can last 82 games without too many
Right.
injuries or bobos, because I mean it's gonna happen, but
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
just to
yeah.
kind of make sure that everything's under control. So it's definitely something I'm working on this summer, is to find ways to make sure my body feels well and good for a full season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's important. I mean, you're a total pro. I mean, the way you've responded from obviously the injuries is one thing, and then the adversity with your first time being scratched, in that timing of the season, everything like that. I think like it shows your character. I think
That's
it's
why he's got a
important.
C
It's-
on
it-
his jersey.
Well, exactly right. I
Right
mean,
there.
you just represent it so well, so it's easy to get all negative when shit like that happens, because it's easy to go the other way, right?
Yeah.
Like to think it's for the best, for the best for the team, but best for your, for pushing you.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't see that at the time, but obviously when you reflect on it,
Yeah.
it is what it is, and adversity is good
For sure. I think it's just going to make me, better, stronger in the
Right.
long run, and
Yeah.
I can learn from this. Like I said, it's weird because I used to be kind of more of a slow starter, and kind of as the year went on, be at my best. Come this time, maybe not. I've never played in June, but
yeah, I know what you mean.
as the year goes on, you feel better and better, and then when in crunch time, that's where you're at your best. And I feel for most of my career, that's how I've been, and this year was the first time really kind of dipping. I don't know if it's from not playing in that time of the year too. I missed a year and a half, so it
Yeah.
was almost
Over 2
3 years
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
hadn't played at that time of the year. So the levels, it's another level as the year goes on.
Sure.
So yeah, it's something that I'll learn from, and definitely be better next year. That's for sure.